if you've created a tool that does nothing but make echo chambers, then you have to you have to take responsibility for all the echo chambers that then exist. All right, here's a question. I'm going to read it. Are social media platforms complicit in placing people into echo chambers and surrounding them with undifferentiated information, leading to confirmation bias and lack of education or misinformation? Or is it the individual's responsibility to educate themselves? So I think it is not the responsibility of the companies to make sure their entire user base is educated correctly. However, if people are being misled, that it is their fault. How do I say this? Much in the way that if you make guns and someone uses the guns to shoot people, yes, it is not your fault necessarily that the person used your thing to kill another person. You're not completely responsible for that action, because there's intervening steps. However, you have to take some moral responsibility for the fact that the tool that you created, the technology that you created, is being used to harm people in certain ways. How exactly unethical that is, that's sort of up to society in some ways. Now, on the flip side, there are situations in which the tool, social media or media platforms, is used to make society a better place. Think of, some some person who is dying of cancer, and there's just awesome campaign, and they have all these good things happen to them, and it goes viral. And there are heartwarming stories about using the tool, that technology, to have good outcomes. But there are also a lot of stories where they're bad outcomes. And I think if you're going to take credit, Google does, to making the world a better place, they all say they make the world a better place, and they have examples of why it's better with social media. I think you also then get to have the blame if your tool is used for less good ideas. That said, I do think there's not a right to be well educated in the United States. I don't know where this came from, but for the entire history of the United States, people have believed in conspiracy theories. They have not been, we'll just say, scientifically literate about many different things. I don't know what to tell you. That's just who we are. I remember back in the 60s, there was this whole thing about how they thought that Paul from the Beatles was dead. And there was a whole, obviously the JFK conspiracy theories. I don't need to talk about those. Certainly, when you have this tool of social media, you can leverage that tool to get more people to sort of get on board with those ideas, and that's bad. And they should be held accountable when bad things happen. It doesn't necessarily mean it's all their fault, but it's not like there is a but for causation there, right? But for this social media, this person would not have been as activated as maybe a conspiracy theorist or in an echo chamber as they are. So if you've created a tool that does nothing but make echo chambers, then you have to take responsibility for all the echo chambers that then exist. That's you created the technology that made that possible, and then people did exactly what you created the technology to do. Okay, so again, exactly how culpable they are, that's a different question. But I think there is a little bit of a balance there. This was a rambly answer, but it's tough. Maybe if you had a specific example next time, I could dive into things a little bit more.